everyone, welcome to your Django course. This video is going to give you everything you need to know to start building websites using Python. Now basically that's exactly what Django is. Django is a Python framework that allows us build secure and maintainable websites. We have other frameworks such as Flask, Pyramid, CherryPy, and so much more. However, Django is the most popular of these frameworks. So in this video, Python is going to be used for the back end of our website, and for your front end you can start using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, but this video is primarily going to focus on the back end side of the website. So if you're not familiar with Python, you can pause this video and go to the Python video and get the basic concepts of Python. However, you can just follow along and learn Python as we continue. So let's just jump straight into this video and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is create a directory where I'll be working on my desktop. You can create the directory wherever you want to work on your PC, but I'll be working on my desktop. So I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to call the folder my Django or Django course. Django course. So I'm going to call this folder my Django course. So this is what I'm going to be working on. This is what I'll be building my projects on. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to need to make sure we have Python installed on our system. So I'm going to open my terminal and I'm going to check if I have Python installed. So you can see all this in your Python video, but for you to know if Python is installed, you can just check for the version of Python that is installed on our system. I have Python installed here. However, if you don't have Python installed, you can go to the website and install Python into our system. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open my folder on my editor. For the course of this video, I'll be using the VS Code editor for building my web application. So I'm going to go into my desktop and I'm going to open my folder on my editor. So as that opens, we can get started with our Django course. Now that we have Python installed into our system, now that we know that we have Python installed, the next thing we're going to do is to create a virtual environment. Next thing we're going to do is to create a virtual environment. So what is a virtual environment? A virtual environment allows you to have virtual installation of Python and packages on your computer. So when you are going to be working on your project, you're going to have different packages you're going to install in the course of your building your web application. So in your virtual environment, you can install these packages in this virtual environment. Now, how do we create this virtual environment? In order for us to create this virtual environment, we have to make sure that we have Conda installed into our system. Now, to do that, we can install Anaconda or Miniconda, which is a minified version of Anaconda. So you can get that by going to the website and installing Miniconda or Anaconda into your system. Now, how do you know we already have Anaconda installed into our system? You go to your terminal. You go to your terminal and put in Conda. And if you have an output like this, you have Conda installed into your system. So that as that has been said, let's go straight into our project. So how do we create a virtual environment? We are in our Django course. We're going to open a terminal and we're going to our terminal, we're going to create our virtual environment here. So to create a virtual environment, we're going to put in this command in our terminal And please make sure you are connected to a stable network. Make sure you're connected to the internet for this to be able to. So we're going to put in conda create name. I'm going to call it virtual environment. And the version of Python installed 3.7. So yeah. I've created my virtual environment. I can see it by saying conda info envs, and now I'll be able to see all the yeah, this is the virtual environment that I created. Now I can activate that virtual environment. So by saying activate virtual env, yes, and also you can also deactivate the virtual environment. Now in this virtual environment, I am going to install Django. There are two ways to install Django. You can install Django by using the conda install and the Django version, or we can use it by using pip. So we're going to say pip install Django. Make sure you are connected to the internet for this to work effectively. So we're going to install Django into our project.